everyone, thanks for tuning in to RC Fun and Games again, guys. Today we're going to be installing all these Injora upgrades to the SCX24 Gladiator. High clearance links, aluminium gearbox, aluminium mount plate, brass weights, aluminium rims and Mickey Thompson tires, metal drive shafts, brass knuckles, the upgraded 5.0 motor from Injora, double barrel shocks, aluminium diffs, front and rear, sliders, metal front bumper, brass diff covers, steering, also a brass steering link set, and we've got the upgraded servo and protection plates to fit. So let's get stuck into this. I can't wait to see how this thing performs after we've installed it. Okay, so let's get stuck in taking off the body. Let's remove the wheels. Okay, 4 wheels removed. Let's get on with the next bit. Okay, so I got the rear end off so we can take all the gearing out to fit into the aluminum ones, and let's see how good these parts are from Injora. The fit anyway. Okay, so got the cover off. Now I've got to get these ends off, get the pins out. Now I'm going to get the internals out. Okay guys, as you can see, I've assembled the aluminium diff. It was not complicated. I didn't do it on film. I will do the front one, which is probably more complicated than the back one, so I'll get that one on footage so you guys can see how I had to do it, but very simple. Anyway, now I'm gonna get on by fitting, instead of the aluminium cover that comes, I'm gonna be fitting a brass cover. So I'm gonna get this diff done, all mounted together, still missing the bottom links, which I'll fit now, and I'll even do them on camera so you guys can see how I fit the rubbers. Got the brass weights on. Okay, it's all sitting nice together, nice brass cover. Still got a plastic piece up here which I'd like to find and replace as well. Some aluminium, but that looks pretty cool. Let me get on with doing the next two links so you guys can see. First, you're gonna want one of these little black things here, guys. You got a bigger and smaller side, as you can see, and then you just gotta put the rubber on. And if I can do it with my big fat thumbs, I'm pretty sure you all will be fine. So now stick that in there, and then we've got to fit this one. Hope you guys can see that. Okay guys, I've completely fully assembled what I removed from the back. So we've got our 4 links, we've got our double barrel shocks, our brass weights, and the aluminium diff housing. Let's get out the center plate and replace the gearbox, motor, and then we will do the front assembly. So let's move on to the next step. Okay, so let's start by removing the battery tray. I'm just going to remove the screws a bit so we can have some sort of play. Guys, I also got these screwdrivers from Injora, just testing the quality of all their products, and so far the Allen key has worked better than any of the others I have of this size, so I'm pretty impressed. Okay, let's get on with this one. It's a really snug fit on this screwdriver, very impressed with it. Screwdriver, I mean Allen wrench, but really good fit. Okay, so we've got all those out now, so the gearbox should be easy to remove. Let's just loosen these screws a little bit too. Okay, now let's see if we can snug this guy out of here. Yeah, there it goes. So we've got their gearbox here that they provide us, so I'm gonna take this one. I'm not gonna bother touching anything else on it as we don't need anything. Okay, and I'm just going to replace it with this one and fit the new drive lines and motor to this gearbox. So let's see how it goes. I don't know if you guys can see this. I hope this thing is focusing nicely. It looks amazing. Quality of the work is pretty damn good, I must say, guys. I'm very impressed. And it's all metal gears, so let's see how this is gonna fare. They also give us the pinion in metal, so this is gonna be a nice little conversion, guys. Let's get into the motor packet. Here's our motor, and they give you another little pinion, but it's a plastic one, and I also bought with the mount in aluminium instead of metal. But I guess we don't need this one. Okay, I say it all looks really nicely made, guys. Really am impressed with the quality of the build. Stuff's all smooth, runs really nicely. I'm very impressed. Just definitely need some grease in there. So anyway, let me get on with taking off this little one so I can get the pinion gear and engine mounted in there. So this will be going in here like this. I don't know if you guys see this. It doesn't line up with any holes on the motor. We're gonna have to remove it and try and use this one so we can try and have the holes. So off it goes. A good thing I ordered it with the plate, eh? At least this goes straight on there, it has no problem, guys. So no matter what you do, you're gonna have the same problem. You can turn the motor around, as you guys can see, same problem. So let's not worry about that anymore. We've got a solution. So let's get on with this. Now this little guy can go there, we can line up the holes, it's not a problem. So let's get his pinion gear on. Okay, where it is there is pretty perfect. As you guys can see, where it sits there is pretty perfect to what we want. So, okay guys, managed to set the pinion gear as well. I don't know if you guys can see that, just a tiny little bit of play. A little bit of grease on everything, just a very thin layer with the paintbrush just to it a little bit of lubrication under hard work. And now I'm going to mount it to the aluminium plate. Check that out, guys. Nicely worked as well. Now let's see if it fits nicely onto it. But before I do that, actually I forgot. Let's get this cover on here. That was one tight fit, guys, to get that squeezed on there. Now let's just see, does this thing even turn still? Yes, it turns nicely. So let's stick the screws back in. Looks pretty cool. Now let's get the new drive lines fitted in metal, and then we'll put it back on the car and start doing the front suspension, guys. So let's get these out. Let's check the quality on these, guys. Very nice. Seems pretty cool to me. I can't complain about that. Feels pretty good quality, looks pretty good quality. Definitely not gonna break under the weight of this car, as you guys can see. There's a pin here, look guys. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's coming out, so I'm just gonna give that a push back in. So guys, as you can see, this is a failure by Injora. So the driveline can't fit, as it is catching all over the housing. So that is a very bad, shitty mistake by Injora again. Thought I was gonna run into this problem, so now it's really stiff. Pretty sure if I take out that screw, it'll be fine. Take it out. Let's take this off. And smooth. So the driveline is catching tremendously bad on that. Okay guys, I had to cut a tiny little piece of the battery tray away so I could put the gearbox back. I also had a few issues with the actual cover on the gearbox where the driveline had to fit into. It was too tight of a fit around the housing from the aluminium gearbox. Had to shave a little bit of that aluminium away for it to fit in. Got the front axle off. I'm gonna start building up the aluminium one. I've put the links on, and now I'm gonna strip this one and take out the internals and put it into the other one, guys. So let me get stuck in. Here comes the knuckle, guys. I don't know if you can see it nice and clearly, but it looks pretty good quality. Looks nicely built. Then you got to get these shafts out. So here's one. Okay guys, you see how it works? Pretty simple. Then you can take out the other side. Okay guys, got all the internals back in on the diff. Now I'm going to move back on to fitting the knuckles, brass cover, and of course the new Injora servo and aluminium mount plate. Okay guys, we've got the axle all put together now. We've got the brass knuckles and brass steering links on. So this is what it looks like until now. Okay, let's move on to the next stage. Okay, got the front end back on, guys. Shocks. Guys, I had to use the old plastic driveline as the other one just snapped when I turned it with my fingers. So very disappointed there on the quality, but I'll be contacting the company. I think it was just a faulty one. So we'll soon see how that goes when I contact them. We're finally done with this. We've got the rims on. We've got the servo and the front axle mounted with the 4 links. Plenty of travel in the suspension. I must say it feels amazing. Look at that travel, guys. You can easily fit another wheel underneath there without any issues. Right? Yeah, got plenty of space, guys. Look at that. Easily. So I'm quite impressed. I just don't like, they do get stuck a bit, the shocks, so we'll have to see about that. But besides that, it does move very nicely. What else do I want to do? I want to fit the front bumper. I want to fit the skid plates, the protection plates. Check it out, guys. I'm going to be fitting the front bumper now, and I must say that does look really good. It's solid metal, guys. Yeah, well, guys, that is really not working very well. The fit is not easy. The LED light don't go into the bumper easily, so it's gonna take a bit of fidgeting around. So I'm gonna do that off camera. I'll get back together, so please bear with me. I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, I just used the scissors a little bit on the inside here just to clean out the paint and take a little bit, and by the looks of it, it is aluminium. This says it's very soft, but there you are. It seems to have worked. Let's just test. Okay, let's see. Oh yes, beautiful fit now, guys. Goes straight in. Okay, so I'm going to assemble this one off camera, and I'll be back with you guys when I start doing the sliders and stuff. Okay guys, done the front bumper. Once I carved out that little bit of paint and stuff, the lights went straight in. It all fitted beautifully. It's been really easy to fit, and you know what, it feels okay. I'm pretty impressed. The look is awesome. So yeah, let's get on with the next bit. Now, once again, guys, they look amazing. They're very heavy. They look really cool. Now let's hope they don't hang us up too much. Got the sliders on. Need a little bit more of adjustment, but they sit nicely. They hold the body and everything inside there, so I'm pretty impressed with that, guys. Same on that side. But need a little bit of adjusting. I want to try and push them backwards a little bit and a tiny bit out in the back corner. But besides that, guys, they're sitting great. What I really don't like is that. So I'm gonna have a look around and see if I can't get it to go further back by changing the whole system. But then I'm gonna do off camera, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this build. It was a lot of fun to do. All I want to do is get it out and show you guys a test run with it once it's been done. Okay, there you are. It sits a little bit, but it sits nice and low. I'm more than happy with it the way it sits. So let's get it out and test it. Okay guys, managed to get the bumper to sit nice and flush and sit at a nice height, so it looks right. There's only one problem with that, is that the servo horn catches on the inside of the bumper. But at the end of the day, it can still do its travel. So I'm gonna try it like that for now, and if I have to, I'll cut a little bit of the bumper underneath away so that it can go up higher. Besides that, the sliders have sat down nicely. I think they look pretty cool. They hold the body nicely. Guys, the one thing I'm gonna complain about is once you've put brass weights on it, these under diff protectors do not work. The protection plates do not fit. So if you are gonna be fitting brass and aluminium diffs, do not buy the diff protectors. Okay, it does not play off. The bottom one I did manage to get on, guys. If you guys look there very carefully, we did manage to get this one on. It looks nice and sits nicely. The other thing was the drive line. If you guys remember right, the front one I've had to use the plastic one, and I'm very disappointed about that, as the other one literally just snapped off, guys. Besides that, so far I must say I think all the Injora parts weren't that bad quality for the price, and a lot cheaper to actually buy them from the official site of Injora than trying to buy them on Amazon and everything else. The prices definitely were better. They took around 20 days to get all the way out to Portugal, which I don't think was a bad deal. I think that's pretty quick, all the way from China to Portugal. So I'm gonna get this thing out and give it a little test and see how it actually runs now after all this stuff. Hey guys, hope you all had fun watching this build. I apologize for the blurriness on the actual upgrade installation, but in the future I will make sure I get that right. Just wanted to say that the Injora parts surprised me and actually have a pretty good fit and were really well finished off. I do recommend them to be used as the price is very affordable, so that a person could tune up multiple of a person's rigs. So stay tuned for what's going to be happening next to my other SCX24s. Thanks for watching, guys.